Spreaker, Laughable, Google Play. Really, can you please just do a review?
A nice one, please.
A nice one. If you don't want to do a nice one, you're doing the right thing by not reviewing.
You can email us though, Jenny. Where can they email us if they have complaints?
They can still do a 5-star, but they can be as mean as they want.
Yeah, we can handle that.
Because really, we only care about the rating, the 5 stars.
That's fine.
Oh, but I want to read some really witty reviews.
Well, if you're only asking for the nice things, you're really not going to get very much wittiness. You should ask for some mean ones. Just make sure that they hit the 5-star before they do it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's get creative.
That can be the trade-off.
You can do it.
That can be the trade-off.
Yeah. And if you want to send us your confessions of weird or anything else, send it to itgotweirdpod@gmail.com. And Brian, who are we unofficially sponsored by today?
Today, we're unofficially sponsored by Nipple Mats. Cover your gosh darn nipples, ladies, because the world doesn't already know you have them. Nipple Mats, the adhesive silicone nipple concealers that come in 3 colors and protect the world from your perky little baby feeders and keep the men in the vicinity all focused on your face. God. I really wish we would get some real sponsors for fuck's sake. Nipple Mats. Get your nips in check today.
So,
do you have them on right now? Oh my God. Yes.
Nipple, do you have that product specifically?
She's got it on right now, Cass.
That same product that I found, the nipple mats?
Yes.
Yep. Now, okay. So in this situation, is it because you thought you might have like that swimsuit's going to move around and you might accidentally slip them out?
No.
They're still from last night.
Them on from last night.
Oh, this is interesting. Huh.
Hey,
keeping it classy.
Hey, Brian, you want to close your eyes real quick?
No, no.
Can't see the
nipple. See? Do you see it?
I can see it. But is it the pedal shape? Is it that same product? Like, is it
I think it's the exact same product.
Hit us up, Nipple Mats.
This is the first.
See, that's
at work. Nipple Mats, can you send payment to itgotweirdpod@gmail? We take Venmo and PayPal.
Yeah, and we got the lovely and beautiful Amber rocking them out right now, so that's worth something.
Hey, do nipples offend you, Brian?
Nipples do not. Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. I did actually, after I read our notes today, I was like, the nipple thing, it kind of bugs me right now. Like,
why is that?
Because I shouldn't like I met a woman the other day. I didn't meet her. I've known her, but she was obviously braless. And it immediately and started bringing up that whole it was turning me on, and I'm like, okay, I can see her nipples, but I shouldn't be that way. Like, we should, like, it's not like we don't know that they exist, for God's sakes. Why do they trigger this like weird thing in men?
And I know that they're like boobs in general, right? Like you think of sex, there's boobs, sex. It's obviously a big part of the industry, but at the same time, it's like when I go, even wearing a normal bra, if I'm at the gym and I'm nipping out, like I remember when I was younger being very self-aware of that and hating it and being uncomfortable. But now that I'm 31, I'm like, yeah, we all have fucking nipples. Guys have them too. Carson nips out more than I do, honestly. And I love it. I'm fine. I'm like, okay, like it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, but tons of guys are walking up in t-shirts and stuff, and they're always nipping out. And it's like, you don't like, hey, dude, your headlights are on. Control your roll, motherfucker. We don't do any of that stuff to guys. And it's like, it's summer, and girls need to be able to be comfortable and not like
it's
to death and everything. And
it's such a reaction. The thing that makes it funny to me, it's such a reaction that you can't control at all, like in the least bit, and yet it's something we need to cover and be ashamed of. Like, stop yourselves from having that embarrassing moment. And yeah, I can see when I was younger, it might be embarrassing because you don't quite understand it all. But now it's like, it's not embarrassing. You're a human that's wearing clothing. Maybe I can see your nipples sometimes because you're cold. Got it. You know what I mean? I don't
I
understand.
get it. I mean, I just don't understand why it's still such a huge double standard.
Yeah. I agree with you. And honestly, speaking of nipples, bras alone aren't doing us any good. We need healthier bras because they're hurting the flexibility and the collagen in our breasts, so they sink lower and quicker in life.
Make it science. Make it science, Cassie. Thank you.
It's a true story though, because I hate wearing bras and I wear them in public, obviously, but I tend to wear like good, high quality sports bras because they're better for your boobs, man. I don't need these dropping earlier than I need them to.
I think we are going to we're going to sanction Jenny because she is functionally
Is she here?
she's
I'm
dysfunctionally handling her mic.
Okay.
And
back to you, Jenny.
Can't hear it. We can't. She keeps on hitting mute.
I'm good now, right?
Okay, you're good now. Yes.
Yeah. No, I was listening to the nip conversation, and I have a big problem with the fact that in schools, like my daughter, like they're like, don't show your shoulder or your clavicle. And she's like,
your
is
clavicle?
this yeah, she was like, is this age appropriate? Like, am I gonna get God, what the fuck does she say? She's like, am I gonna get dress code? Am I gonna get code violated? And I'm like, you're just showing 2 inches of your shoulder, sweetheart. And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, do we but the boys could wear a tank top and it's fine, but the girls can't.
Yeah, that needs to be addressed. That's sexist. That's entirely sexist, and that's a problem.
And she's like, are these shorts I'm like, you're fine. She's like, what if I get dress coded? I'm like, they're gonna call me and I'm fine. I bought you those shorts. They fit. Your legs are long.
And I'm gonna tell them to fuck off like a good mom would and stop being sexist assholes. Maybe I'll do that.
Up your ass. Like I'm not. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
See, okay. Jenny, add this to the list of reasons why I don't want to have children.
No, you gotta have a kid.
I mean, okay, like I am 40. I already said this. I'm 46 years old. I have a 11-year-old daughter. If my daughter is wearing something that you deem inappropriate at school, that means that you're sexualizing my 11-fucking-year-old daughter. Like that's the problem. Like we are over sexualizing children, for God's sakes.
However, I get that, but however, there is someone who's not parenting at all, and that's why the rules are there, so that yeah, you're right, but you're right.
No, right. I mean, like we're all disgusting, and the humankind, as a rule, is horrible people. But the idea that in a place like a school, there is a condition in which a girl that's 10 years old can't wear something, and a boy that's 10-year-old can.
Right. Yeah, that's my biggest problem too. Either take the tank tops away from the boys, which I don't agree with that part, but equality again. Everyone should be able to show their shoulders. It's not a sexual part of your body when you're a 10-year-old. A little obnoxious.
So, we got a little rants on a dress code, but now, Cass, do you have any questions for Amber?
I have so many questions.
I kind of grilled Jess a little bit.
Yeah. I had created my own little list here. And I don't know what it is about your machine, Jenny, but I love it's giving me the Easter egg effect. Like one moment you guys have like a yellow filter and then it goes green. I feel like I'm just at home dyeing eggs with my family.
I think my machine's like, there's 4 boobs here. Are we doing this right? Are we in the right
color? Out. It's entirely stroking out.
As the man in the room, yes. Everything is right.
Everything is good. But yes, I do have questions. So I wanted to know a little bit about so you live in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, just a little bit about you. I know you live in Florida, obviously. That's why Jenny's there. Like your line of work, like how you spend your time. Like, can you give me like 4 sentences on who Amber is?
Yeah. I work for I run a family business.
Very good.
I like to drink and have a good time with my friends.
You're in good company?
Yeah. Good company. I like to hunt and fish.
Okay. In Florida, like, what do you hunt in Florida? What are your grounds?
If it walks, they'll kill it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously deer, but we have pigs, we have turkey,
Alligators.
How did you?
That's what I was wondering.
It sounds weird when you say it out loud.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I murder things.
I kill shit.
Yeah.
Is that how you met Jenny? Were you guys out like killing things?
Oh, for
Gator
sure.
hunt.
Yeah. How did
She-
In the bayou.
So I moved to Orlando from South Florida, and we had this guy in our neighborhood that had a bad reputation. I'll say his name and then Brian bleep it out, but I'll just say no. Yeah. Okay. And like, apparently he had a bad reputation, but I had to go to summer school. I had to move from South Florida, go to summer school within a week. That was my summer because of the difference in how they started school. So I had to do summer school, and I walked into school and there was a guy that was like following me around and like followed me home, and I was like freaked out. And then his older brother pulled up and they're like, "Are you okay? I'm like, this guy keeps following me." And they're like, "Get in the car, we'll drive you home." And like, he was super sweet and took care of me, but had a bad reputation around the whole town, to the point where by the time I got home, my mom already had phone calls that, "Oh, your daughter was seen with this guy." Well, he totally took up for me. Well, I was only in town for a few weeks or whatever, and he's like, "Do you know Amber?" And I was like, "Well, I know who she is." He's like, "You should invite her on the boat." And he was hoping, I think. And so I was like, "Well, I don't know who she is," but I'm like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And she's like, "Sure." "Oh, you're good. Okay, fine. We'll hang out with fine." And that's how it all happened. Got close.
No.
Poor
Still
dear.
around? Is this still a human?
Is still around.
Is it?
He was
Okay.
probably the first uncircumcised penis that I ever saw, and he's so proud of it.
We all remember our
So-
first.
Did get close. Just not.
No. He just always was
Wrong.
naked.
Different person.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah,
it seemed
no,
like
he was
so
always
weird.
naked. He never got close to us.
I see. Okay.
That
so that's
way.
how it all went down.
So that's how we met. And
Okay. So,
yeah.
Amber, obviously this podcast is about weird moments in life and addressing them and talking through them. Can you remember the first, what you would probably deem a weird moment that you had with Jenny? Like the first shenanigan you guys got into that you're like, well, that was fucking weird. Because I know you probably got a long list, but I want to know like one of the first times you're like, I'm dealing with a special soul here. Or what's the most recent memory of that maybe?
The weird part is like, I've always been so comfortable with her. None of our weird shenanigans have been like weird. It's always been kind of like a normal, not like she's just as fucked up as I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what's the most, okay, so if it hasn't been like a genuinely weird moment, maybe like one of the most outrageous moments you found yourself in, like what was probably the most ridiculous scenario or synopsis of scenarios?
She's 16, I'm 17. My aunt happened to be like dating a guy who worked downtown Orlando, who worked at all the clubs,
Mhm.
and her and I would walk straight into every club and get a wristband
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
as a child,
Yes.
like a child.
yes.
And
Everybody else was going to the no judgment, the FCA meetings,
yeah,
which are a Christian athletic, what is like Fellowship Christian Athletes of America or some shit like that.
Mhm.
congrats.
And we were dancing on bars
Yeah,
at 16 and 17 with a
bad.
complete open tab.
Yeah,
Like I don't think we ever paid for anything.
Mm-mm.
That's a good
So-
life though.
Yeah, I mean,
I bet you learned some shit.
We
You
did.
had to have. You had to have.
Men are fucking creepy.
ew.
Uh-huh. Well, we all know that now.
Good.
Now
I
that we're in
mean,
our 30s.
bad choices all the way.
But I mean, looking back,
We always went home together.
We did go home together.
Every
yeah.
night.
Well, at least there's that. You didn't get yourself in any danger.